Okay, we're down on the questions. Where am I? Okay, we're down just below question 19. And you've been playing around in the sequence generator to see what's going on there. We're now going to change we're going to connect a graph to this. We want to graph two different things. We want to take a look at this sequence of numbers, how that's changing as the term numbers go up. And also we'd like to graph the cumulative sequence and see the two together. So to do that, we're going to do two things. First, let's take a look at how to graph the ordered pairs, term number, and sequence. Okay, so I am going to grab all of these, so highlight the two columns all the way down. Okay, and then if I right click on that, I'm going to hit create, and I want to create a polyline. And a polyline means it's going to put all of these ordered pairs on the graph together. The ordered pairs are in the order their columns are here. So the right column will be the left column will be your x values, the right column will be your y values. And it's actually going to connect them, which is where the poly comes from, so that it's going to connect all of these points. So if we click that, and you see it appears over here in the graph. If I click on the graph, notice my tools change up here if I want to move this so I can see it better. Like if I know that this goes, I don't know what this goes up to, but I know we go out to, at least 30 something out here. So let's get it out so we can see that and see what's happening with these values. So that looks very linear. The next thing we want to do is actually graph the term number and the cumulative sequence. And one thing that GeoGebra does not do right now, the old versions did, and apparently they're fixing it, but right now it does not allow us to select two columns that aren't right next to each other. So there's no way for me to select this column to go with it. And we had that problem. That's why I crossed out that tech tip in the book. So what I'm going to do is insert a column here. So I clicked on column C, right click, insert, and I'm going to insert a column to the left because I want to put those term numbers just to the left, and they need to be on the left so they're the x values. Okay, and I'm going to just come over here and copy these. Control C, just like I would otherwise, and paste them over here, I think. Okay, let me try that again. Maybe my shortcuts might not work. So I'm going to come over here and right click and hit select copy and then come over here and right click and select paste. Does that work? Okay, see, this is why we do things ahead of time. So that doesn't work either on mine. It might have worked on yours, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to create it again. Term number. And I've got 1, 2, and I want those to count up. So just drag it down here. And sure enough, okay, so it did that correctly. Okay, so now, make my screen a little bit bigger here. Sorry, I'm readjusting so you can read everything. The ordered pairs I want to graph are these ordered pairs. So I'm going to select them all, right click, create polyline, and now that was added to my graph. Okay, so I can move this over if I want to focus on the graph for the moment and keep moving those back and forth. I'd like to see what's going on up here, so I'm going to pull this down so I can see more of what's happening. And you can see some very different patterns between the cumulative sequence and the cumulative sequence and the sequence. If you want, you can go through and change the colors on these. I'm not sure if it'll let me do it all together here. I was going to do one point at a time. I will talk about how to do that at a different point in time. Just kind of have to keep track of what's what here. I'm going to try it. This may not work, so feel free to stop right now. But I'm going to try it and see what happens. I am going to add in the algebra view. Nope, that is not what I want. I was wanting to see where all those were, where those points were collected, because normally they show that out to the side in the other view. Anyway, I'm not going to mess with it right now, so I'm sorry for sidetracking you there. The video's a little longer than it needs to be. Anyway, so there's your graph. There's your sequence generator, and you can continue working through the assignment.